Yo, what's up, guys? How are y'all doing? Who we got in here? Chandler, was good to see. Good to see you, brother. Lex in here, was good, bro. Tuning in from the gym. Yo, this might be a little slower vibes for a gym session. I ain't gonna lie to you. Decided I'd do another, edit and chill session. It's been a minute since we've done an edit and chill session. What's good, Kofi? Good to see you too, bro. Kofi, I haven't heard from you in a minute. I know you've been traveling all over the place. Luxuries of having no kids. But yeah, what's good? What's up, Ezra? Yes, I am back. I am trying to get back in the swing of streaming more consistently again. Now that I say baseball season's over, but my son actually just picked up with another team, so we got more baseball to do. But hopefully the summer eases up a little bit and I can get back to streaming a lot more. I've definitely missed it a whole lot. Christian says, love the lighting. Thanks, bro. It's kind of bittersweet because I literally just got the lighting dialed in the way I like it. And I'm excited to announce I just signed a new lease in a different office space. So I won't have the same neighbors that I currently have. I'll go from having 2 neighbors to only having 1 neighbor. I'll have a much larger space. And where we will shoot the podcast will not have a direct neighbor to either of the walls. So hopefully the noise complaints will go down a little bit. But I'm going to be in the same office building. I'm just moving to a different unit and a much bigger unit. So really excited about that. Kofi says, I was in Utah for the last little bit. Came back with the Ursa 12K. Woo! Man, I just saw Marcus shot, I think it's a short film on the Ursa, and he was hyping it up. He was saying it's legit. What's good, Shill Baxter? Shill Baxter in the building. What's good? Who else we got in here? Mount Zion, Black Magic Mafia. Man, y'all did not represent on Friday. Y'all had a chance. Y'all had a chance to represent on Friday. Black Magic Mafia, y'all did not show out. Somebody let him know. He missed it. Ezra says, I am currently emailing clients. Yo, what's good, bro? What's good? CFA mentorship. That's what's up. I'm glad you're getting after it, Ezra. Chris says, nice. No more tax season problems. Hopefully. I'm a little nervous because the other office, so I know my building very well. My new neighbors, they see a lot of clients. They see a lot of people coming in and out. So I don't think they're going to have an issue with us on Friday, though, because there's so much space between the wall where we're going to do the podcast and where their office is. But, new building, new problems. Kofi, I had a great deal on a Red Komodo X for you. Christian, you trying to get rid of your KX? Gotta stop spending money, man. Kofi, bro, I feel like everybody's kind of in the same boat right now where nobody's really buying gear, which honestly I'm okay with. Let's just use what we got. You know what I mean? But also, I need somebody to buy some gear because I got a bunch of Canon lenses I need to get rid of. I'm officially selling a bunch of my Canon gear. Not saying I'm switching to any other system, but I'm about to start the process of disassociating myself with so much Canon equipment. So that way it's a little easier for me to be nimble as I need to be. So we'll see. Surprisingly, yes, the KX is listed. Christian, what you listing the KX for? How much? Just put it in the chat. We'll see. Yours is the RF mount, right? Let me know how much you listening for. Kofi says, I'm getting gear that I plan on not changing for a few years instead of getting an in-between option and try to trade up later. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, Kofi. I feel like I've mentally said that like by the end of September, going into October, I would like to have a kit that I'm going to probably run with for like the next, at least year. Which is probably going to still include my Raptor. My Raptor being my main big production type camera. And then I'm looking for something for that mid-range. So that's kind of what I'm looking for too. Ezra says, do you have any PDFs of Canon gear? I have some friends I could send it to. Ooh, I don't, but that's a good idea, Ezra. I should put all my Canon gear on a PDF document and send it out to a few different people. Just say, hey, whatever you want. Look at the list, see what's available. Jeremy says, I'm here for the Shill fan club. May as well work better in a team environment than be a hater. Yeah, I appreciate that, Jeremy. Yeah, so normally the way these edit and chill session goes is I will just start editing, working on some stuff. You can feel free and ask questions, chat alongside in the comment section. The whole point is really just to not build a community, because we already have a community, but just give our community a place to come together and get some work done. You can ask questions about editing. Normally, I'm going to be editing a project, and I'll show you guys kind of what I'm working on. And then sort of like, if you guys have questions about what I'm doing while I'm doing it, you can feel free and chime off in the comments. I have music, more lo-fi music here, so you can just sort of vibe out, listen to the music, hang out and chill. Today, I'm actually working on this stream. It's weird. My goal is to do a lot of these edit and chills. Pretty much every time I'm working on a client project that I can make public facing, or anytime I'm just here in the office and I'm editing, working on something, the purpose is to be able to go live and show you guys what I'm doing, especially before I move into my new office space. Once I move into my new office space, it's going to happen very, very regularly. Way more live streams. At least that's the whole purpose of getting into the new office. So today, the goal is to sort of walk you guys through everything that I'm doing. I'm going to be building out the new live stream set. And if you guys have any input or help or ways to help, I would really appreciate it. I do want to test a few things. So I've done a few things before the stream started. I've got a few different screens. So let's go ahead and make some moves. Okay, check that out. Chat moved over nice and clean. I like that. That looks dope. All right, I may also put one here. Okay, we got no chat. Oh, there it is. There's chat. Oh, dang, chat look real small on this one, so I got to figure out something there. But we got chat on screen when we go there, and then we have another look here where it's graphics. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Where's the chat? Why is the chat box not popping up for this one here? Let's take a look. Edit widget, keep running. All right, I'm not sure why the chat box not popping up for that one, but we will get that one working here in just a second. But yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff going on for the chat. The idea is that everything looks clean. It works real nice. That's the play. And I can also show you guys my screen and what I'm working on at any point throughout the day. So today, let's see if we go here. Wham. All right, so today I am working on transitions for live streams. So some of y'all know I use Ecamm. Ecamm is basically the tool that I use to do all of my live streaming on from my computer. And so today I'm trying to figure out if I can create transitions that can be a part of Ecamm. I've never done it before, but we're gonna see if I can't make that happen. I'm not even sure if anyone has really ever done that before inside of Ecamm, but we're gonna definitely try to see if we can make that happen today. So I found these they're like film glitch effects or whatever, and through some Luma curves and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna be able to get them to do roughly what I'm looking for. So the goal here is that when we're live, I can have us be on one camera, as you can see here, and then the transition will take place, and then it'll be on a different camera or a different scene. That's at least what I'm hoping to do today. We'll see if I can actually pull that off. Christian said KX kit is $8,200 for the red small HD monitor or 2K and the camera with a lot of extras for $6,250. Ooh, Christian, you have that red small HD monitor. How much would you be willing to sell just the monitor for? I understand if you only want to sell it as a part of the kit. I definitely get that, but interested. Using the S1 and deciding on if I want to fork out for a 52 gigabyte V90 card or just stick with the V60. Think it will be chill for 6K open gate. My CFB is 512. It's a good question. The only thing I'd be nervous about with the V60 is shooting 5.1K open gate at 60 frames a second. That seems to be pretty tough. Also, if you ever want to shoot your camera in ProRes or ProRes RAW for that matter, you're going to run into issues. Gabriel says that the Ursa 12K for 7K is a beast, but it is heavy. Just a monitor is $2,000, and I can include the Nick Salazar low profile mount. Dude, that monitor is so nice, but it is so expensive. Can you use any monitor with the KX? You can, but the monitor that Christian is talking about doesn't require an S. Well, let me back up. You can use any monitor that has an SDI input, but the monitor that Christian is talking about doesn't require an SDI cable because it connects directly to the front of the KX with like pins. You just screw it directly in. And then there's like a little USB-C cable that sort of plugs into the front of the KX or, you know, into the little mounting piece. So it's just a little bit of an easier use case. It's a fantastic 7-inch monitor, touchscreen control of the camera, the whole nine. But because it's so well integrated, it's kind of pricey. Yeah, Christian says it's like $2,800 brand new. Yeah, I think that's about right. All right, so I am hoping with this shot here, I'm going to do a Luma curve on it. Somebody showed me once before how you could change this, but I cannot remember what they told me to do. Let's see. Why is it not working? I think I want to go do that because I can just always just chop it off right there. All right, so if we got a frame. Oh, you know what? I did it backwards. God dang it. Let's invert the whole thing. Will that fix it? Okay, so now let's see if I can Command C, Command V that over here. Oh shoot, was it really just that easy? I thought this was gonna be a super hard effect to pull off. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. That was so stupid easy. I thought that was gonna take like a long time to do. Malzahn says, don't worry, when the 12K comes out, we'll be representing. I'm sure Black Magic Mafia is gonna come back strong. That Pixis 12K. Is that what they came out with? Pixis 12K? When the Pixis 12K comes out, they're gonna be wilding. Ezra says, how are you creating these transitions and bringing them into Ecamm? So the transitions are actually coming from, so this is one of the reasons why I want the transition, so I can cut back and forth between my camera angle and the monitor, just for when I need to like open up a website. I need to make sure that what I'm showing is like, you know, okay for me to show. So check this out. So I found I use Envato for a lot of stuff. By the way, if y'all are not using Envato Elements, it is amazing. It has so much. But basically, I was looking for transitions, and I found this one here. This is a transition pack, but it's for DaVinci Resolve. But with a lot of these transition packs, there's just a bunch of like video files, and what I noticed is that like a lot of these video files in here, they're really just like videos that have different what are they called? What do they call them in Final Cut? They are called blending modes. So they basically just have different blending modes. And so I just downloaded it, even though it is for DaVinci Resolve. I downloaded the actual files because that way I could just bring in the actual video files. So I just brought the video files. So that's what you're seeing here. So like these are the different video files that you can kind of choose from. And anything that's black and white, you can almost treat it like it's green screen because of luminance values. So what you can do is what I did on this shot here, which is I have a Luma keyer that has a keyframe on it. So you guys can see, maybe you can't see from there. Let me switch it so you guys can actually see it. So if I switch to the graphic view, up here in the top right corner, you can see like as I move my mouse, the Luma keyer changes. And so what it's saying is anything that is black, make it transparent. And I have that changing over time. So that way what's white stays there. Oh shoot. Sober Dad came in with the $4.99 super chat. What's your PO box? I want to send you something. What's that say? I want to send you something great for your studio. So, but that so I'm moving into a new office space next week, and I have like my current system is set up to where my PO box ships everything to my new office space, or to my current office space. Like I have basically a person that picks up the stuff from my PO box and brings it here. let me get everything shift over next month, and then I'll be making our PO box public information. But if you hit me over on Instagram, I'll just send it to you. But I don't want to make my current PO box public because it's kind of useless. But yeah, so basically, Ezreal, I'm doing that transition so that way you guys can see. So like from here, it goes to everything that is black, make that noticeable, and everything that's white, make that transparent. And then it cuts to this full video file where nothing is transparent. And then when it comes out, the second half, we should have this effect in place. So far, the video clips are doing exactly what I want them to do. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sound design them a little bit. Does the sound go out for me? Did the sound go out? Or is it me? You should still have sound. Let me know, chat. Let me know if y'all are if y'all still have sound. Let me check. Ezreal says still got sound. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I was about to find out. I did have Insta anymore. Are you on Facebook? I'll email you. Yeah, you can email me. Okay, I just threw my email in the chat. You can always send me an email. My emails are always open too. Now, I'm not the fastest at responding to emails, but you can always email me, guys. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm going to go ahead and start sound designing this because I want to have some sound effects on this video. Yeah. We'll pull this one in to kickstart this one. Yeah, and then we'll pull this one in to start it. And then we'll pull in one more to layer it in. Oh, I like that one. Oh yeah, that sounds good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull these all down a little bit. Let's go -10, just so they're not obnoxious. I feel like I need a little something extra at the end. Yeah, let's pull you in. Just see what you sound like to end it off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. All right, we can trim that clip down. So now we have a transition that looks like this. Cool. All right, so now my understanding is I should get rid of those. So that way everything is sort of transparent. And then let's actually render everything real quick. Central says, have you heard of Insta360's drone leaks? I have not heard of that. What is that? Is Insta360 gonna drop a drone? Oh, you should definitely send me whatever you got on that, because that would be huge, especially right now with DJI acting like they're about to pull out of the US. That would be next level. So we're gonna do video and audio, and I'm pretty sure if you export in Apple ProRes 4444, you keep the transparent background. So let's try that. Let's throw that into live effects, and then we'll call them film transitions. We'll export that out. All right, so now we got that. All right, now we'll open up Handbrake. Remind me later. So we'll go movies, live effects, film transitions, transition 1. We'll open that up and we'll tell it we wanted to format it for WebM, because that's how you basically get stuff to work inside of why did the size come out that way instead of 1920 by 1080? All right, let's browse it. All right, let's see. Great. Let's test it and see what happens. All right, so now that this is all done, I should be able to drop this video directly onto this live stream that we're currently watching, and this should work. Let's see. Okay, so it wasn't transparent. Let's try one more thing. Let's do animated overlay. Okay. Actually, I know what's going on. Let's make this a full screen effect real quick. Boom. And I should be able to play this. Okay, I got an idea what's going on. This has happened before, so let's go back out of here and let's go into Final Cut and let's export out just the audio. Settings, audio only. Okay, so now I've got both. We're gonna bring the audio into okay, did y'all hear that audio? Chat, let me know if y'all heard that audio that just played through. I'm gonna play it one more time. Because I think I know what I need to do. I think in order to pull off a transition like this, yes. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Okay, so in order to pull off a transition inside of Ecamm, we're gonna have to use Stream Deck. Let's go back. And then I think I'm gonna need to do a multi-action. So we need to, in Ecamm, hold on, y'all, I'm having to think about this in real time. I need to not play video. I need to hide, show overlay. And the overlay I need to show is transition 1. And then I need to play sound. And the sound I need to play is transition 1. And then I probably need a delay. Add in a delay of how many seconds? Let's go back into Final Cut. So I need a delay of 1 second. 1.5 seconds maybe. Okay, so now if I go back here, we'll set the delay at 1.5 seconds. And then we will tell it to run scene. And the scene we will do is Brandon Washington clean. Okay. All right, chat, we're gonna see if this works. If y'all could do me a huge favor, watch the screen. If you're just listening, watch the screen for me and tell me if you guys hear the transition effect, see the transition on screen, and it should end with me full screen. Let's see if it does all that. Okay, so it didn't run the effect. Why didn't it run the effect? Okay, it ran the effect late. So let's go back to, let's go to this look here for a second. Let's try again. Okay, so it's doing the move, but it's not playing the freaking video. Why is it not playing the video? Overlay. Why is it not playing it? What could I be doing wrong here? That one maybe? Let's see. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay. This is not right. Sorry, chat. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Oh, so whichever one that one was, we want to delete that one. Yeah, so that's the video. We want to delete that one. We don't need that one. Max Millie said, did you ever get the lag issue fixed on the Lumix? So I haven't done like a scientific test on it yet, but I have noticed just from using the camera that since I changed the audio output to not go out over HDMI, it has made the latency issue much better. Like it's very noticeable. Like before, I would say that the HDMI was almost hard to even use, but now it's like 100% usable. So that has definitely helped out a lot. What's up, Marco? Sober Dad says, will there be a day that you can just tell AI what you want it to do or ask it why something isn't working? I do think that there is a day where that will come, but I don't know. Like, I genuinely think that, like, you know how every single website has a help button? Like, if I go into Final Cut here real quick and I show y'all, like, if I'm here in Final Cut and I can go up here to help and there's like a search bar, but like if I type in like, you know, transcode, like it's just going to bring up like an article, right? Or it's going to show me where it is in the settings. I think that every program will have an AI assistant that will help you with that program itself. So you'll be able to ask, like you'll be able to open up help and it'll be like a chat box and you'll be able to say like, how do I do this effect? And that AI tool within that program will be able to help you with that. I think that's the closest we're going to get to that, Sober Dad. Seriously. Okay, so let's go back and figure out why the heck this isn't working. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so let's maybe change the name of this. Let's call it. Oh, stop. What did I do? Oh, whoops. Why is this not working? Okay, it's over the 20-minute lock-in deal. So now let's go. This one. Okay, let's try this again, guys. What the heck is going on? Show or hide overlay. So that works if I just make that a button. But for whatever reason, inside of here, it doesn't want to do that. Oh, you know what? Let's maybe make it a play animation. Is that why? Let's see. Oh, let's go. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. That almost worked. Let's change it to just 1,000 milliseconds. Let's see if that don't fix it. All right, so if we go back to desktop. Oh, so close. It's still like doing the add motion thing during it. Okay, so let's make the delay. Let's just do like 500 milliseconds. Sorry, APC Photography says, I am not looking for a way. Central says, looking for a way to replace Jarrell with AI. No chance. APC Photography says, wish Lumix took a bit of time to refine the audio to match the incredible video features. Expel the lag HDMI. Yeah. I feel like the Lumix camera, it is what happens when you ask a camera company to give you everything, including the limitations. Let's see if I can do this again. So let's go back out and then. Oh yeah, we got the transition, y'all. That's so dope. All right, so now whenever I'm on a full screen like this, or if I'm showing y'all, my desktop or something like that, and then I want to go back to just my clean feed, I can press this button and it does a little transition. Y'all heard the sound, right? Let me know if y'all heard the sound effects. I know I can hear them. But now we've got transitions between one scene and another scene. Dude, that's so sick. Have a good day, APC Photography. Looks good. All right, there we go. All right, so now I can title this Clean Film. So now I've got two different ways I can have an effect happen. So I can either just move around, like y'all can see here. I built these before the stream started because Ecamm just kind of makes this part easy. But like whenever my camera moves, you can see that things just sort of like move into place on their own, right? Like they just kind of move, even going to this one. But then what I was trying to figure out is if I could do this, where I press a button and then an overlay happens, a transition point takes place, and like just to give you a better idea that it is like fully transparent, let's like if you watch on the left side, you'll see my desktop is still there. And then we transition over to a new camera angle. Let's go. All right, so now I want to make another one of these. So if we do, let's go ahead and open back up Final Cut. And so like right now, if I want to go to Final Cut, it just does that, right? Like the camera just sort of moves to its place. So I'm going to try to see if I can't make another one of these, but for Final Cut. All right, Jeremy says he's out. He says, great stuff. I've been considering getting Final Cut as I can still get the education pack for the full suite for $200. Must run. Have to set up my steady cam rig. Hey, brother, take it easy, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck on your shoot prep. I've got a shoot prep later on this evening. Well, tomorrow, really. Mostly tomorrow, but I like to get a little bit of a jump start on it. All right. So I'm going to grab this one, bring that in. Oh no, I want the whole thing. Hold this. Let's just watch that and see what that looks like. Okay. Looks good. Let's just see what those look like with these placeholder frames. Oh, I gotta bring that one back so I can actually see it. Oh, that one looks even sicker. Lady Christian, take it easy. $200 for Final Cut Pro is a great deal. What does Final Cut Pro run? 300 now? I can't remember. So I worked at Apple for a few years, and was lucky enough that when I worked there, they gave out Final Cut Pro 10 for free. They actually gave you everything for free when you worked there. It was really nice. All right, film transition 2. Yeah, $300. That's what I thought. I remember right before I quit, I was like, okay, cool. I need to make sure I download all this software that they're giving me for free. Oh, dang it. I'm a jerk. You ain't never lied, but hey. Call me jerk one more time. Oh, it's from a reel. I'm like, why is a jerk playing? Started playing through my music from a trendy sound I did for a client. All right, I need to export all of this again. Settings, but I need to do video only. And then 444, so that way I can be transparent. Film transition 2, save. Cool. All right, so now I should be able to, if I'm doing all of this correctly, if I'm doing this all correctly, I should be able to bring that same effect that I just made and bring that into this and do another one of these. Here, I'll show you on my screen while I do it. So basically, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to bring in Stream Deck. Let's move these memes down here. I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and then I'm going to bring in Film Transition 2 as a video. Boom. Okay, so that just got brought in as a movie. I don't want that in the current suite. So now if I go in here, I should be able to say play film transition 2, same sound effect, same delay, but then I want you to run, let's do graphic. All right, let's see if this works, y'all. Transition 1 brings us to this frame, and then transition 2. Okay. It's not perfect. Let me see what where I need to make adjustments. Hold on. Transition 1 will take me back. So now let's see what the delay needs to look like. There. Okay, so I need just less of a delay. So if I go in here, I can make my delay less. Let's do 400 milliseconds and see if that works. Let's give it a shot. at 400 milliseconds. Still not really working. Final Cut Pro is $300 one-time deal. Yeah, that is the one thing I do love about Final Cut, is the fact that it is a one-time purchase. I also like that about DaVinci Resolve. I pay $10 a month for Adobe, but I only have Lightroom and Photoshop. It irks me to think that I would have to pay $50 or $60 a month to have the entire thing for, like, it's, I already pay so many monthly expenses, but for my editor, that just, it drives me away from Adobe 100%. Max says, random thought, I started using a trackball mouse and I'm never going back to a regular. Makes productivity so much better, in my opinion. I used to have a trackball mouse. That's the one that, like, when you put your hand on it and you just use your thumb to move it all around. The only problem is I noticed that, like, I would get thumb fatigue. And maybe it's just, like, because I didn't use it enough. Like, it's like a muscle you have to develop. But, let's see. Okay, so we're there. And then, you know what? I wonder if I can turn off the transition thing. Let's see. There should be a preferences here in Ecamm that should allow me to turn off that, like, live motion. I'll say no transition as a default. Let's see if that doesn't fix my issue. Okay. There we go. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Oh, this is good. Oh, we're looking good now. So now we either have direct cuts, which are, they're cool. Like, I got them. But if I want to back to the main camera, we got overlay transitions with sound effects. And then if I want to go back to the graphic one, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Let's go. Chandler says, oh yeah, let's fix these comments. Let's figure out, oh no, what did I do there? Let's stop that. What do I need to lock? Oh, we need to lock these video files. Okay. Boom. All right, so now let's grab this comment. And then, sorry, y'all, I'm having to customize these in real time. In my place of business, if my place of business did not use Adobe, I would not have Adobe right now. Now, if somebody else wants to pay for Adobe, like, they can pay me. They can pay for it. Actually, I'm not switching. Right now, if I were to switch from Final Cut, which I am planning to do, it would be for DaVinci Resolve. It's one of the big things it's one of my things I want to do this year, specifically. Like, it was on my, like, to-do list for 2024. No, 2025. I'm tripping. Was to learn DaVinci Resolve. But I think I say that, like, every year. It's kind of annoying. I wish I would just go ahead and do it. Try the photo editor Apple just acquired instead of Adobe. Who did they buy? Apple just bought somebody. Let's see. Dude, I already love that. Let's see. Apple buys photo editor. Pixelmator, that's who they bought. Yes, check this out. Oh, actually, oh no, hold on. If I was here, I could go here. Boom. Now we're looking at the desktop. Let's go. This looks so good. All right. A new home for Pixelmator. Today we have some important. Oh, this is back. This was last year. What to expect? Pixelmator has signed an agreement to be acquired by Apple, subject to regulatory approval. There will be no material change to the Pixelmator Pro, Pixelmator for iOS, or Pixelmator apps at this time. Stay tuned for exciting news to come. Thank you. We want to give a big thanks to the organization. So it sounds like Apple's just gonna let Pixelmator be Pixelmator, right? I don't know anything about Pixelmator. How much is it? Yeah, you can open the App Store. Oh, it's only $50. That's not bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the music, but it looks like it's just like, oh, they have video in there too? Oh, that's pretty fire. So it's like a Canva / Photoshop. It says photography and it does like background removal. Oh, it looks like you can edit your photos in there too. Like it has like full on sliders to like edit your photos properly. That actually looks pretty legit. That looks really, really legit. Has anybody in the chat actually used Pixelmator? If you have, let me know. I've never used it. I've never really heard of it. I mean, great reviews. 4.8 out of 5. Let's look at the 1-star reviews. Most critical. This person gave it a 1-star review because it kept asking it to review the app. I was excited to try this, but when I edited the same photo in Lightroom side by side with Pixelmator and Photomator, the photo edited in Pixelmator and Photomator was a mushy mess where there's a lot of detail, such as a shirt. I was ready to move away from Lightroom. That's interesting. Terrible, can't compare. Another online AI tools. Oh, this person's just mad about AI tools. I don't know. It seems pretty legit. Chandler says they don't pay me for it. Oh, you're a 1099? Oh. I remember I had a company that hired me to do some edits for them, and they wanted me to do like, you know, these like interviews with just basically it's like a bunch of interviews with just B-roll. And that was it. They had like a video that they had made. It was like a graphic that we threw at the beginning and at the end of every single video. And they flew me out to what was it? It was Phoenix. No, it wasn't Phoenix. It was Scottsdale, Arizona. And they wanted me to edit the entire thing inside of Final Cut, or they wanted me to edit the entire thing inside of Adobe Premiere, but I was so much faster in Final Cut that I was like, hey, can I just show you what I can do in 1 hour? And if you guys want me to, then I will. If you guys are okay with what I'm doing, then I will keep editing in Final Cut and be much better. Or I will switch over to Premiere and I will stay an extra hour after work to make up for the hour that I wasted. And I was so much faster in Final Cut that they ended up letting me just finish the project in Final Cut, even though I was there to edit it in real time. But I was able to finish so much more because I was so much quicker in Final Cut. So I always say, when it comes to your editor, just use whatever you're the best at. And if you want to switch to another system on your off time, go train and learn that system so you can be equally as efficient as you were in the previous one. But that's one of the reasons why I've never been able to like fully switch to Premiere, because the idea of paying $50 a month for something that I'm not even that efficient at just didn't really make sense. But the way Blackmagic got me is they gave me the software for free because I bought one of their cameras, which is, I think, how they get most people. So it's obviously genius marketing. All right, so now with these should be really easy. Top right. Lower right, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, all right. Let's go. All right, we got effects to all of them now. Oh, my new hard drive. My new hard drive just got delivered at my house. Alrighty. All right, so the other thing I wanted to work on was I created a timer. So again, the whole purpose of these streams are going to be to like have like designated work modes. And so I created what I called a lock-in timer. Y'all can see it down here in the bottom corner. I'm going to move it up here. But basically, whenever we do these edit and chill sessions, it's going to be like a timer that basically says like, hey, we're going to be locked in for the next, 19 or next 20 minutes or whatever. And then the goal is during those 20 minutes, I probably won't even like talk that much on stream, but we're going to be locked in. Everybody's going to be editing together. Everybody's going to be getting their work done. We'll have the music playing, and ultimately I think the plan there is just to kind of keep working. So I'm about to see if I can't turn that into a button as well. So let me show you guys what I'm doing over here. Okay, locked in timer is looking pretty good up here. I'm gonna take it up just a hair more. There we go. And then let's see if we can't make a button for it. We're gonna run. I think it's an animation. It's an overlay. All right, so that hides it. Why does it start at 1958? That's not right. Oh, maybe because it takes 2 seconds to like fade on. That's really weird. All right, so we're gonna put that up there. Oh, crap. Not the beta. Cool. So now I've got a button on my Stream Deck that will allow me to turn on and turn off the 20-minute timer. All right, so let's go ahead and make another one. Let's do one for 60 minutes. Let's give it a little bit of space there. There we go. Copy this, paste it here. Set from files. Set it to the 60-minute timer. And then we will go back to the main screen here. So that way I can fix this in post. Let's see. Why do we have two of those? I'm trying to figure out how I can create a 60-minute timer. So I think if I turn that one off, let's open this one. Let's edit this one. All right, save that. So now we've got a 60-minute timer. And now I just need to so now I've got a 60-minute timer. And now if I go into here, boom. All right, so now I got a button for a 20-minute timer. And I got a, oh, I gotta turn that one off. And I got a button for a 60-minute timer. And I can press buttons and switch back and forth between the graphic overlay, me here, timer goes on, timer goes off, and then we can go to this one. Nice. All right. So now let's see if we can't build another scene, but now with the scene, oh, that yellow is terrible. Change the wallpaper. Boom. All right, let's see if we can't build a new scene just for chatting. So what do I need to do? We're gonna open up a new scene. We're gonna add a camera. Make that camera A. What if I put myself about there. All right, we'll call this chatting. And now let's bring the chat up on this screen. So let's go back to mine. Oh, bad. Christian just sent me his KX listing. All right, we're gonna copy that, bring it over to the chatting screen. We're gonna paste that in. Why is the chat not coming through? Let's do this. Edit the widget. All right, hey chat, can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all, if anybody's watching this chat, if y'all can just throw some chats in there, if y'all have questions or something like that. I'm trying to see if this new layout is gonna work, but I don't think the chat box is working because I just launched it, and it's a new one, so it needs like fresh chats to be able to do it. So any questions you guys have right now, I'll answer those live, so that way I can also see if this is working. Oh, I don't want 4-3. Yeah, there the chats are coming through. Is the S12 review up? It is not up yet. I was going through footage today because I'm a little, dang it, I just had to redo the whole chat box. Let's see if it pops up again. So I'm not redoing the review, but I just know that this one, in a weird way, like, I've been struggling reviewing cameras for a minute, so I'm not even 100% sure, like, after this review, if I'm going to even do more camera reviews. So I just want to make sure that I do my due diligence. I know that this camera is, in my opinion, this is probably one of the few cameras that I've actually, like, could see people really wanting to switch for this camera. And so I just want to make sure that I answer all the questions. I go all in. I use it in every single scenario. Really put it through its paces to make sure that it's a camera worth switching to if somebody is considering switching for this camera. Don't label it, quote, review, but more of a use case. So that's what I've been thinking about, because I don't know. I feel like camera reviews have a weird vibe in general on YouTube right now. And so I'm just kind of been like, not really, like, I just feel like no one really cares about like a camera review anymore. So it's more like, okay, let's just use the camera and talk about our use case, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I was more so leaning towards. And then let's grab upgrading to the V Raptor X from my OG, but sticking to the RF mount. Extended highlights. Here I come. Bro, are you sending in your, I think you're saying your OG Raptor? So are you sending in your existing Raptor for the upgrade? Cause that's what I did. Yeah, the Raptor. Yeah, so I sent in my Raptor for the upgrade. Dude, it is so nice. First off, like, I don't know if you're like me at all, but like my Raptor was wrecked. Like I had used it a lot. And so first off, it was just really nice to like be able to send my Raptor in and get like a really good cleaning on it and everything, because they do clean everything. And then the other thing that was really nice about sending it in is like once you get it back, like all the new features have been updated. They fixed some of the audio issues. I don't know if you had some of the same audio issues I was having with mine, but they fix all the audio issues. They give it like they give it a whole new they give it like a whole new deal. Like the whole audio interface on it is different. The preamps are better now. They're not as low. And then the other thing that I really liked about it was I got the new mount. So even though it's RF mount, they're gonna put the whole front face of it is new. So they're gonna put the new red ring mount on there, which in my opinion, the new RF mount lock is way more secure than the last one. So the only thing I didn't like about my upgrade process was I did have a white Raptor, and this basically they changed it. The front of mine is now black, so I've kind of got like this like panda style deal. It's not terrible, but it's all right. All right, let's also hop in here real quick. Let's see if we can't find a pretty dope background. All right, let's move you back over here. And we're gonna do that. And then we'll do copy C, Command V. Last scene. Run chatting. I can't wait to test out the autofocus, audio, and extended highlights. So I didn't see a huge update in the autofocus, but I did see a pretty big update in the audio and then the extended highlights. Extended highlights is a cheat code. It's like ridiculous. The only problem with extended highlights that I have found, and I haven't got a chance to use it a lot on like any productions, is fast motion, because it's kind of like HDR. There can be a little ghosting if somebody's moving too fast in the frame, and because it is a global shutter, it doesn't just look like as much blur as like HDR does. It's very sharp. So that's the only issue I ran into with extended highlights. What's up, Gary? I'm doing great. How are you? I am currently sitting here. We are chilling. I am building out scenes for edit and chill, for future edit and chill sessions. And I've been playing around, learning a lot of things. Let's actually test this out. Okay, the timer still works, but it's a little tall. So let's pull ourselves down. Right now we just kind of are in a little bit of a chatting session as I continue to work on the rest of this stream. Let's grab the chat box. Let's lock that. Yeah, it's been a while since I actually had time to sit down and work on like layouts. This is actually used to be like my favorite thing to do, is to like just go live and just build out layouts like this and just kind of have like some vibey music going. But I want to do a lot more of these, so I just needed to like find time to actually like do these. So here we go. Is anybody working on anything creative today? Is anybody else editing or working on anything cool? Like walking pace, kind of fast action, or like action scene fast. Once no, walking speed is fine. It's more like, and if your subject doesn't move around a lot, you can't really tell, but it's more like a cyclist going through the frame. Like you have your camera locked off and the cyclist is moving through frame. You'll see like ghosting frames sort of behind them. That's more so the experience that I've had. But because it's in the raw settings, what's really cool is that you can actually just, if you see the ghosting and you're like, do I want the extended highlights, or do I want to deal with the ghosting, or do I just want it off? You can always turn the extended highlights on or off in post in your raw settings. The downside though is if you aren't going to use extended highlights, you almost doubled your file sizes for no reason, because extended highlights does double your file sizes. So that's why I say like I haven't used it on as many projects, because I mean, there was a few projects I worked on for another director local here in the city, and I asked him, I was like, hey, do you want to try extended highlights? And he said, what are the cons? So I told him about the ghosting, but then I told him it will double the file sizes, and he was like, no chance. We don't have enough storage for that. So yeah. Female in the chat. Cool scene is next. Well, so I don't have my memes set up for this one, so we won't have any memes playing, but I do want to find something special. I want to come up with something special. So right now I should have this effect ready to go. Boom. Yo, these effects are nice. All right, so I'm looking for I want a black and gray background. Ooh, what's this? Some abstract backgrounds. It's not really what I'm looking for. Ooh, could a paper background work? Oh, I don't want a video one either. Oh, dang. I just got a notification. I don't know how much y'all keep up with music and stuff, but I just got a notification that Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Crazy. Max says, I remember buying an 80 gig external hard drive in college, 2004, and thinking nobody could ever fill up 80 gigs. Y'all, what's up, Aaron? I literally was going through my NAS and was trying to archive some footage over to an external hard drive. And in 2022, I was wilding. I know exactly what project most likely accounted for this, but I was going to move over 2022 to an archive drive. 56 terabytes in 1 year. And I had deleted stuff. 56 terabytes in 1 year. Like, oh my gosh. So frustrating. Did I misspell that? Oh, FILM. Yeah, it's a crazy amount. That was a rough year. I mean, it wasn't a rough year. It was a great year. But yeah, I'm struggling trying to get all that footage off of my NAS right now. And it is it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Isn't Superman the movie to watch? So I have not seen it yet. Please, nobody spoil it. I have been struggling to find somebody to go see it with, actually. I have a few friends, but I haven't found anybody who's been free at the same time I've been free to go see it. Ooh, these are cool. I like these. I'm gonna download these. I've heard mixed reviews on it, which is why I've been like just choosing to stay like just neutral. Oh, these look great. I like that one. Let's make that the background of this frame. So we're gonna switch back to the chatting deal. And then we will throw this in the background. Oh, no, that doesn't really work. Dang it. Because you can't really read the chat now. Let's find another one. Oh, this one could work. Maybe. Yeah, that one's okay. Solo movies are dope. You should try. I used to do it all the time. I just haven't done it in a while, but I guess maybe I should. Maybe I'll just go see it by myself. I'll update you when I get my X. Oh man, why is the chat so small now? All right, let's pull. There we go. I'll update you when I get my X on post-processing motion blur. I'm a VFX artist as well. So my thing is I'm not a VFX artist, but that is really sick. I never thought about doing that. Who's still buying drinks at the theater? I'll stop at Costco first and grab a cup. Dude, it is so expensive now. It is so expensive now. I will say though, when I go to the theater, our theater has what's called VIP seats. It's a Regal theater. So you get like recliner chairs, but your movie ticket includes unlimited popcorn, drinks, and ice cream. And like you get all of that when you go to your seat. Now, a VIP seat does technically cost more than a regular theater seat, but a regular theater seat doesn't have like the full recliner, and it is cheaper if you were gonna buy popcorn drink anyway. So we get popcorn, drink, and ice cream, and the recliner seats for the VIP. Dude, 4DX is so amazing. I have been to a 4DX theater. The only downside I run into with the 4DX theater is the right movie has to, like, because, like, if you don't, like, them shooting, like, steam and all that stuff can be more distracting from the movie. But we went and saw Jurassic Park in 4DX. We saw Twister in 4DX. And another good one was, what was it? Ghostbusters. We saw one of the Ghostbusters movies. Not the most recent one, but the one, the first of the new Ghostbuster movies. We saw that one in 4DX. Those were fire. Those were amazing. 4DX was great for that. Have you seen the theaters in China with full-size beds instead of seats? Bro, I would fall asleep. I would fall asleep. Don't lay me horizontal. If I lay horizontal, I'm out. I'm falling asleep. Wish they had 4DX out here, but I watch everything in XD, which is the biggest format here. Yeah, I try to, like, there's like an IMAX here. The seats are terrible in IMAX. It's not my favorite, especially at the theater we have nearby us. But for certain movies, I'll go see it. Like Dune, I went and saw in IMAX. Sinners, I went and saw in IMAX. Pretty much anything Christopher Nolan does, I'll go see in IMAX. The Mad Max movies, I saw those in IMAX too. So it just really depends on the movie. Y'all mess with drive-in theaters? Best way to watch a scary movie. Dude, all of our drive-in theaters all went out of business during COVID. Like which I would have thought drive-in theaters during COVID should have been like, they should have made a run. Like, social distance, stay in your car. Pull up with your food. Watch the movie. But for whatever reason out here, they did not make it. So that's just sort of my take on it. All right, y'all. So real quick, cause it is almost 2:00. I gotta get ready to bounce out of here. But let's see what all we accomplished on today's stream. So first, we have lock-in timers. So we got a 20-minute timer and we got a 60-second timer. So whenever it's time to get work done, we'll be able to just, hey, we're gonna put the timer on, we're gonna lock in and get some work done. Also, we got transitions for every scene. Boom. So now we've got the just me, the camera. We also have a scene for me sharing my screen. So now that's pretty dope. And then the timers will stay on no matter which one of the scenes we go to. Like if I go to this scene here, boom, we got the timer on there. You guys can see my screen and all that good stuff. And then we also made a just chatting screen here. So when the timer runs out, if we want to chit chat, talk about work, talk about whatever we're working on, answer any questions, we got those all lined up. So I think this has been pretty productive for our edit and chill sessions. My goal is to do a lot more of these as we keep moving forward, but I needed to build out these scenes. If y'all have any ideas for any scenes that I should come up with, let me know. Epileptic folks beware. Is it super flashy? Do I need like a deal? Cause I can, if anybody complains, I can just jump scenes, but I just feel like the transitions are just cooler. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't think about that. Logan always thinking of stuff I ain't thinking about. Logan, I didn't even know you were here, bro. All right. Well, Ezra says the transitions are dope. We need a roasting Brandon scene. Y'all don't need a scene for that. Y'all just kind of do it. And I'm not going to go out of my way to make it easier or more apparent when y'all need to do that. Like, there's no reason for me to help you have a scene for that. That doesn't make any sense. I'm curving off my box. Ooh, is there like a shadow? Just rolled in. Lens flare on the dome. Lens flare off the dome to change scenes. Ooh. You know what? For a second there, I thought you were being serious. But then I realized you were just trolling me. Lens flare off the dome. That's funny. That's funny. Good job, Logan. I thought you were serious. All right, I gotta go take my kids to, they are going to the dentist to look at getting braces. So I gotta run. It's 2 o'clock. But it's been real. If y'all have any questions or y'all need anything, let me know. Reach out, and I will catch you guys in a future live stream. Later.
What happens next is not my fault.
Oh my God.
We have a brand new game.
I was trying to contain myself. Oh my.
Let's go option 1, not safe.